30 pounds of air. This week cannot end soon enough. So obviously, this tire is compromised. It has been a trying week. Good morning, by the way, with a fresh new haircut. I think that's where I went wrong. Cut my hair. Sort of like the thing's supposed to stay on there. Actually, I'm gonna call my buddy at the tire shop and have him order me a really good one of these that has air gauge and all. Actually, they got them where you can set the air, it'll stop. I'm gonna get one of those. I'm tired of fooling with this Mickey Mouse. Good thing I walk around my truck every day. But anyway, remember Samson the strong man from the Bible? His old lady tricked him into cutting his hair, or else she cut his hair at night or something like that, and he lost all his strength. I feel a little like that. This week's been tough. But what doesn't kill you only make you stronger. I talked to Pops on my way out here. He was already gone and on his first job. I said, Pops, I told you not to worry about it. I take care of everything today. I got it. I said, how's your foot? Black and blue. It's a tough old hombre there. Love him to death. We've got new rules set up for that whole situation. We're not doing that a second time. 30 pounds of air. That's no good. And I checked his tires on his trailer yesterday when I ran it with the Kenworth. He's got a tire going down, so we got tire going down on this truck. Oh, you can even see it. You can even see it where I ran it a little low a little bit once in a while. This is going to have to go to the tire shop. His trailer's going to have to go to the tire shop. Seems like we just stay in the shop. I'm ready to start staying out of the shop, start making some damn money. Let's see where we're at. $50 pounds. Anyway, we're gonna get this tire aired up and get on the dusty trail. Let's go. All right, guys, we're out here doing it. We stopped and got us some fuel 3 times. Actually twice. I don't know what's up with this crap anymore these days, but they don't let you fuel your truck up any longer. Like, what's $175 in a big truck? Quarter of a tank. But either way, we got fuel, we got DEF. I don't really fuel this truck up anymore anyway, because since the day I bought it, the passenger side tank has leaked horribly out of the cap. We've put 10 different rubbers in it. That's not fixing anything, so I actually think it's leaking up around the little flip valve. I don't know what the hell you call it. Little valve you turn around and flip it down to lock it. So that's actually one of the issues I've tried to get Rush Truck Centers to fix every time it's been in there. It's been a tough week, guys. I'm sorry I'm not being my usual happy-go-lucky self, but it's the way it is sometimes when you got to deal with brand new trucks that won't run, and for whatever reason You're not allowed to fill your truck up anymore with fuel. $175. I got a fleet card. Hey, $175. I call them up. I'm like, hey man, I'm trying to fill up semi-truck. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. An American Express that, when they gave it to me, was unlimited American Express Plum. I'm not going to tell you how much money we put on it a month, but we pay it off every time, without question, for years and years and years and years. All of a sudden the economy starts dipping. I get a phone call. Oh, we've got to reevaluate your credit line. What are you talking about? I mean credit line. I pay you exactly. What it is I get my 1.5% back. They want you to pay late. I don't. I pay it exactly on time and I get my 1.5% back. Sinner. I am a sinner for doing that. Alright, new battery engaged. We're on the same job down here in Sebring, but this time they've actually made a little bit of a road so we can kind of pull in. I hope I can get out. I got to get around that. That's going to be tough. We'll see. I almost wonder if I should try it first, but then I just have to back in here again. Trying to stay out of that frickin' road. I hope I just didn't make a major mistake by pulling in here. We'll see. Here we go. Alright, I just checked out this loader. I've been seeing a few guys haul them differently than the way I've been hauling them. When I carry bucket and forks, I normally just put 3/8 chains, 2 cross chains over the bucket and fork, and that's it for the front of the machine. I've seen some guys that still tie the machine down on 4 corners, and then they just throw 1 3/8 chain crossways on the bucket. I'm gonna see if we can accomplish that today. Maybe I'll find a little better way to do it. Like I've said before, when I run up and down the road, I try to look at all the other guys that are doing this stuff to see if I can learn a little something and try new things. So with this one, we're gonna try to use all of our big chains and binders on 4 corners, and then throw a 3/8 chain across the bucket, see what happens. Get off there. Man. All right, now let's go get this thing loaded up. Well, I could have brought it over here just a little bit. We're inside about 3 inches. On this other side, we're over about 1 inch. 2 inches. Could have been over a little bit, but we're good. That one's right on the money. This one's over about 1 inch. So the plan is, if I can hook these hooks, which I should be able to, I'll pull down here and then I'll wrap a chain around that and go crossways over this bucket to here. And if you look down here, all of that metal is on the bucket. It's between the forks, so there's no way it's going left and right with it being pulled down. That's the way I've noticed some of these other guys doing it. I'm gonna give it a whirl. So we'll reconnect. Wait a minute. I gotta move up. I cannot reconnect. I gotta move forward. We're gonna move this thing forward, reconnect, and go from there. It worked. Well, I guess we'll know on the other end. So we've got 4 5/8 inch chains holding the perimeter of the machine all the way around, and we got 1 chain, as you can see, across the bucket at an angle. Like I said, I've been seeing other guys doing it like this, so I wanted to try it. That's pretty good. Feels a lot safer, looks a lot safer. Ought to be a lot safer. One thing about it is the hoops on this Doosan, or excuse me, not Doosan, Hitachi. The hoops on this Hitachi are a lot lower than on a Komatsu. On a Komatsu, they're a lot higher. And you can see I barely missed the whatever, you know, arm, whatever this may be called. I don't know the exact terminology for that, but barely missed it. So I don't know how well it would work on a Komatsu. Next time we run a Komatsu, we'll find out. Now, if you can see, I still got axles behind me, and I gotta miss that cone. I hope I'm gonna work on that. I may have to go break a piece of this silk fence down. I don't want to break it with my truck. I'd rather step on it. If I pull up that way a little bit and then back up. Damn, I just fixed that sign yesterday. I tried to tighten it up where it wouldn't blow down like that. The biggest problem is these two cars. I'm gonna try to pull up, jackknife the truck a hair and see if I can get out. If not, I may have to ask them to move those cars. We'll see. Let's try it. This might be one for the record books. I had to lock all the axles in to rehook. It was a little tough. Let me see. I'm gonna flip the selector up. Just pull out of here in a second. Just to try to take my time. I'm trying to squeeze that red forward as much as possible. Alright. I no longer can see that Ford. I think it was a Ford. Again, I'm dropping it down into low just to ease. I want to barely miss that pole. I want to barely miss this silk fence. Oh, we got it, baby. We got it, baby. We got it, we got it, we got it. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Now we gotta sit here for 45 minutes to wait on traffic. Not that bad, but long line of traffic coming. We're just gonna shut this camera off for a second, wait on traffic, and get on out of here. Look at there, guys. There's Pops in the KW. And we're talking on the phone. He's a-waving. He's a-waving to all of you. Oh, all right, guys. It's been a long run getting into and out of South Sebring. We're pulling over for a little stretch of the legs. Check our chains real quick while we're at it. Look things over. Check out our tires. Everything's looking good. Damn. Somebody's got a little Earl leak. Here's what I was saying about this fuel cap. Obviously you can see fuel's always all over it. Look how dirty this is. I almost wonder, because we've replaced this rubber, like I said, I don't know how many times. I kind of think it's coming out of that. Look how filthy that is. Like literally, like very, very literally, the very first day I put fuel in this thing, me and Ashley left Tennessee, we're leaving Tennessee, pulled into the TA truck stop, filled it to the rim. When I got stopped where we were going, whole side of that tank had fuel all over it. So, you see how clean this one is? I mean, it's not super clean, but it's not as dirty as that other side. Now these have leaked since we bought it. We've worked on them a time or two at Rush Truck Centers. Still leaking. But I think it's the actual fuel cap. I don't know. Tell me what you think. You guys got way more experience at this than I do. So what does that look like to you? Fuel cap? I mean, we've put a bunch of rubbers in it and it's still leaking. But anyway, I'm gonna walk in here, stretch my legs a little bit, get a water, maybe some, I don't know. I doubt they're gonna have any decent food in there. Maybe some peanuts or something. I don't know. We're gonna go in here and get something to eat, a little snack, a drink, get back on the road. I hope I didn't just make a big mistake. We've been loading in and out of here for quite some time, but I pulled in here before they did all of this. This was all grass. Of course, we're not getting any rain, so that's not helping. I did get it backed in. Oh, shit, that's a pile of concrete. It's not dirt. I did get it backed in on some grass, but if you can see here, I don't know if you can see how deep my ruts are. I had to lock all my drives in to get it back in there. You can see where my front tire started pushing a little bit. That's about 8 inches deep. Whew. We're gonna be real careful. I gotta get my drives at least to here to get unloaded. I'm gonna walk back here so I can back up a little more. Damn. By the time I was pulling off the road over here, I was committed. That's actually the job, but they started building houses in there, and those roads, man, they're so freaking tight. I'm gonna try to get I might try to back up a little closer to this pole. There's another 10 feet. That would keep my drives out of that sugar sand and at least on a little bit of harder spot. Dang, when I come off the road there, I said, oh God. But I actually locked all my drives in up there to get backed up. And we're just gonna ease her back a little bit, try to get every bit we can out of it. The reason why I got it looked, a lot of you guys might be saying, why didn't you just back up that pole? It's hard to see when you got a dang front end loader. And I'm kind of splitting that pole. And then of course sometimes at the base of poles they'll have these little boxes for telephone stuff, so just being extra careful. Had a hell of a week with that kind of stuff this week. So anyway, that's as good as she's gonna get. I'm fully confident that I think we'll be all right. Now that I'm up here on a little bit of grass, I feel a lot better. But yeah, it did start making the heart pound a little bit on the way in. That's a promise. I mean, last time I was here loading out, this was solid grass. Nothing was a problem. I mean, I pulled way over here last time, but they've obviously been through here with something. There's something new right there. Pipe, I don't know what the hell, some kind of underground stuff. Oh, I gotta go get my bags and recharge the trailer. Now that I'm back here looking at it, I feel a lot better. So, as long as we don't do any spinning, trying to reattach, which y'all know that's been a little bit of a problem. I might as well get my gloves and just pull all my chains off. All right, we're unchained. We're sitting on the ground. A minute ago, you heard me say that I normally pull over here to load out. I know it's hard to see, but I'm actually on a decent little bit of a slope. And my gooseneck support, I've yet to figure out what I'm gonna do along here to keep it from sliding. Because when I'm lined up perfectly straight, this is just right on the edge. So I actually need to come out a little bit and then up. So we haven't designed that part yet. Truck's been in the shop for a very damn long time, on and off. Haven't had time. So, we're sitting like this. We're gonna pull apart real easy and hope she stays. I could chain it up. Hope I don't regret not chaining it up. We have the drives unlocked. Okay, she pulled apart beautiful. Plus the way those hoops have been. Y'all know the way those hoops have been. I've been fighting them. We did get them ground out. Our last hook, this load is the first load since we ground them out again. So far so good. I'm up in the sugar sand now. I can feel the extra pressure on my front tires. I'm gonna stop right there. We can get it out after we can get it out in that space. All right, a little bit of grass under the drives. I backed it up that extra 10 or so feet. That saved me right there for sure. Otherwise, those drives would be up in this hole. We don't want that. So, we're gonna be fine. But man, that was, when I turned that corner and I was headed in, watching those signs, watching those construction workers, you can see there, don't want to run them over. By the time I knew I was clear of that and I looked up and I saw this, I was thinking, holy crap. But as of right now, I think all is well that ends okay. I think we're gonna do just fine. Left, reverse. Got a little bit of backup camera. I do not like sitting on these slopes. Like I said, the camera doesn't really highlight stuff like that. It's sort of like being on a boat in the ocean. It can be rougher than hell. And the camera makes it look smooth. I mean, not smooth, but the camera serves those waves no justice, about like the slope I'm on. Oh. But initially, I was pretty dang nervous. Some kind of a little bunker thing there. They said it's concrete and it's got a big metal lid. Now that I'm up here looking around the job site, damn cars, kind of looks like it'd have been no problem to pull through there. But the last couple times we went out through there, there were so many freaking vehicles blocking the road. That, you know, it was getting pretty risky. Eventually I'd have hit somebody, you know. Or maybe not hit nobody, but still. You're upping your odds of getting in a wreck or getting stuck. And I don't mean stuck in the dirt, I mean stuck, jammed up. Like you can see all those vehicles way over there. You can dang sure get yourself in there and get jammed up. Well, for example, this dumpster sitting here, I probably couldn't make that, maybe, without taking out this brand new planted tree. Here on the corner, there's a brand new planted tree. I might not have took it out, but then they want me to replace a tree. All right, we're landed. Nope. Almost. When this thing starts spitting and sputtering, you don't have but a few seconds. But we're rehooked. Alright, I did not fill that tank up because my can is almost out. And as I've explained before, you never, ever, ever run that can out, because you saw how quick it ran out of fuel once it started spitting and sputtering. You will be stranded. You will be stranded if you run that can out. And one day you'll say, I won't forget, I'll fill it back up when I get home. And then, oops, I forgot. Well guys, just when you thought we got a crappy week behind us, old Broke Toe over here, he called me and I was almost on my way home. Yeah, huh? We've exhausted every avenue that the mechanics told us to do. We got one last option, ether. If it fires up on ether, thank God we're going home. This week needs to be over. If it doesn't, I don't know. All right, so it did fire on ether, and that was it. We got plenty of fuel in the tanks. We're trying that. One mechanic said that if it goes down on the water sensor, it could be that. That ain't it, but I'm gonna jump up there and check the water. We're putting some fuel in it just in case the pickup tube crack. We don't think that's it either, but trying all the easy shit first. Yeah. We got our ace mechanic Raymond out here helping us today. Good. You know what this means, Pop, if we're putting this much water in it? Yes, sir.
You know what I would say?
What?
Oh, what the hell's wrong with this motor?
What?
We're gonna bypass this shit.
What you gonna bypass?
Damn shutdown. This shutdown right here?
Ask him if that wire's got fire on it.
No, that's
That thing is,
that's a shut off.
is it?
It's an oil pressure shut off.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, if the oil pressure drops down, it shuts down, and it's supposed to reopen, and I've seen them screw up.
Pops, I can tell you we gotta... This ain't right. We just put 3 gallons in it. He said he fixed it. There's a gallon.
You need to talk to your cousin.
We can easily put 2 more. I wonder where that's going.
I have no idea. I'm not the mechanic.
I guarantee it ain't going nowhere good.
Actually, that brass does a damn good job. I told you that's... This ain't one of them just little rags.
That's
Super absorbent rag.
That's a super... That's a fancy rag, huh? Where'd you get that? 16 Chapels? He said the injector pump was full of fuel.
Alright, where's the key?
Probably laying on the floor.
Ask him if that wire's got fire on it. Right.
I really should have popped the damn wire.
That solenoid got fire on it?
What wire?
The one on the back of the solenoid.
We don't care about that.
You had my hopes up, babe.
If it ain't, hell it ain't.
Get back with you in a minute, folks.